In this video, I'm going to go over how you can price books to make more profit in 2025. A lot of sellers go out, they find books, they find CDs, DVDs, whatever items they're sourcing, and then they kind of forget about the pricing process. And it's really important to realize that we purchase the books for a reason. And books sell for different prices all the time on Amazon, and it's your choice in a lot of scenarios if you want to sell the book for more or less. It's literally up to you. Do I want to make more profit or not? If you understand the data and a few of these kind of like Amazon specific weird things that happen with pricing, like if you understand them, you can really make a lot more profit. And I'm going to be going over all that in this video. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a tactic that can help you not only price your books for sometimes 100% more profit, but also find more books if you implement this into your sourcing strategy. Okay, so concept number one that I'm going to get into is price FBA offers against FBA offers. So I'm going to be using GoToLister in this video to price my books, just so, because it gives you the keeper graph, it shows you the price history, it shows you used versus FBA. So it really makes it easy for me to teach these concepts to you guys. But just know these concepts work for any software or even if you're just using Seller Central. So I'm hovering over this book here, and it's a very fast seller. It's 50,000 sales rank. And if we came in at the lowest price, we would be, after Amazon fees, we'd be losing $2 on this book. Instead, we're going to do what smart Amazon sellers do, and we're going to price against other FBA sellers. So FBA means you took your book or DVD or game, you sent it to Amazon, and now Amazon offers 2-day shipping. And because Amazon offers 2-day shipping, you can price your book for much higher because you're much more likely to buy box. Okay, so we can now price it at 18, but we're actually going to take this to the next level. And because this is such a fast selling book, we're going to price it at $20 and wait for these other 3 sellers to sell out. So these 3 guys down here are going to eventually sell. We hope that's a strategy. Maybe they won't, but we're going to come in at $20 and wait for those guys to sell out and then make an extra $2 on our margin, leaving us with $8.83 profit. So I just covered 2 very important principles. Number 1, FBA versus FBA. And number 2, on faster moving books, wait in line and be patient. Okay. This kind of goes hand in hand with FBA versus FBA, but if there's no FBA sellers on the listing, you have to create an imaginary FBA seller in your head. Okay. And this is very, very, very important. So if you find a book that has a bunch of $10 offers and there's no FBA offers and it's a fast seller, you need to pretend like there's an FBA seller selling for 15 and compete against him. So when there's no FBA sellers, you can manufacture your margin, and you can oftentimes price, you can price 100% higher and get the sale. Like you could price for $20 on a $10 book, and it's not unlikely that you're going to get the sale. It's very common thing. Amazon really wants to move the inventory they have at their warehouses. And this isn't always easy to do. If you're a small seller first starting out, yes, you can manually price everything. But as you scale, Amazon hides this information from third-party software. So it's your job to do your due diligence and look into what the prices are. Okay, Amazon really wants to keep the prices low to keep the customer happy, but we as sellers want to make as much profit as possible. So if we know we could price a book for $10 or $20 and sell the book within the same time frame, we're going to price it for $20 all day. So it's just a matter of understanding these principles. FBA versus FBA. If there's no FBA, think in your head, well, how much extra could I price this for? 20% is a safe bet. So on a $100 book, you could easily sell it for $120 FBA if there's no FBA offers. Wait in line for other sellers to sell out. And my pro tip for you guys is look out for out of stock offers. So over at GoToLister, we actually notify you when there's no other sellers on the listing. And let me show you why this is so powerful. This is actually a book here. I've sold this book for $2,000 on Amazon. And as you can see, over the years, it sold for $27.50. And it's also sold for as low as $1,500, even $500 a few years ago. So this book's always changing in price, but it's out of stock now. So what a lot of sellers will do is they'll scan this book and they'll realize, oh, the sales rank's atrocious. It's 7 million sales rank. I shouldn't buy it. And there's no pricing data. Well, there's no pricing data because it's sold out. That's the best book to buy to sell on Amazon. So it's been sold out since November 2nd, 2024. So if we found this book, the smart thing to do would be understand Keepa. If you guys want help understanding what a Keepa graph does, it's got this black line here, which tells you the use price over time. And it's got this green line. And every time this green line goes down, that's a sale. So all of these are sales, and the black line is the price. If you guys want to learn more about this, I have a 2-hour free course. It's in module 1 where I really break this down. It's on YouTube, and I break down how to understand Keepa. So my pro tip for you guys is if you happen to be listing a book that's out of stock, let's just take a second and look for what's the highest price this has ever sold for. And to me, oh no, it didn't sell for, it sold for $1,200 there, and then the price went up to $34. Let's see, what's the most, this sold for $2,000 here. And yeah, we definitely have some sales at $2,750 here. So I'd price this at $2,750. That's the most it's ever sold for, and it sold for around that price several times. You could even price it at $3,000, and you'd probably still get the sale. So that's the first part of my pro tip. The second part is whatever sourcing tool you're using, be sure it's notifying you when there's 0 offers. So if you scan a book with 0 offers, many sourcing tools are going to tell you, nope, not profitable, there's no pricing data. But that could, in fact, be the most profitable book because you don't have any competition. It sold well in the past, but it's just not selling well now. So if you guys want to learn how I set up my triggers for my sourcing tool, it's in the free course, the 2-hour free course in module 1. I show you guys how to set it up on your phone, so you guys will get notified with, I use Scoutly in the video. So those are my pro tips. Much love, guys. Catch you in the next video.